everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager class Trashmaster, a figure that I always wanted to collect ever since I saw its release, and I'm so happy that I did. I got it at a discount because I had some coupons for Target, and I bought him as well as the core class Dinobots and Brawn, which were shown previously on the channel. But yeah, so this video we're going to talk about this figure. We're going to take a look at his accessories, articulation, details. We're going to take a look at the box art and transform him, obviously, comparisons, and everything else. So without further ado, let's get started with the box. The box here, per tradition of multiple Legacy figures, has the vehicle form on the front, and then the close shot of the face and the close shot of the body right here. Right here on the front of the box, we have Legacy Evolution, the top as well. Right here at the top, we have that QR code. So if you want to scan it, go ahead. Feel free to do so. Pause the video if you want to. Right here, we already went over it. And right here in the back of the box has a lot of details. We get some really nice product shots of his car form and his robot form. And he has multiple accessories, being one for the front part, the top part, the back part, and this. And these little pieces, which we're going to show later. And this is for combining with axle grease, or I think the Robots in Disguise, whatever, tow line or something like that. But yeah, it's to combine with others, because Junkions and other Legacy figures if you have some. And right now I don't have any, but I'm gonna try to pick some up. And right here we get I think this is the good guy side of the box for Legacy. Right here we have Leo Primes. I think this is G-Axis, I'm not sure, but it's a jet. We have multiple Autobots, the Dinobots right here, and we have the Nemesis logo right there, which looks really cool. The bottom of the box is just the things right there. So yeah, that was the box. Now let's take a look at the figure. Now just bringing this figure in, this figure has a lot of attention to detail, like just so much. It's a lot of detail, a lot of paint, and it's really well sculpted, and it's very original. This figure borrows no components from previously released figures, as this is an entirely new sculpt, and it is very original, which I did like. If we take a look at the front part of the chest region, we get like something similar to Optimus Prime. We get two windows right here. They're like barred up, which we'll pay attention more in robot form. In car form. And then right here we get that waist. Kind of simplistic, if I do say so myself. It's kind of simplistic around here, but I don't really mind that. Right here we have some nice little horns right here painted in red. Right here we have a lot of sculpt work, and on the feet we have some nice sculpt work as well. From a side profile, he does pack a lot of junk in the trunk right there, and then right here on the side of the arm we have some nice metallic gray for the forearms, and then right here this thing is sculpted. Unfortunately for the top, this thing is sculpted like it's hollow, but at the bottom for some reason it's sculpted like it's full. Just taking a look at it, it's kind of peculiar. And then the head sculpt looks really, really nice. I do like it, and it blends in with all the other Junkions. Before the articulation, I did want to mention where you could purchase this figure. You could purchase him at Walmart, Target, Amazon, and I believe Hasbro Pulse. At Target, you could use gift cards if you have any, and the MSRP price for this figure is $35. But I think right now at Target for the Studio Series line, not the Legacy line, the Studio Series line, it is at a discount right now, and it is back at the original price before the pandemic. And I also wanted to mention that at Walmart you can find a bunch of these. At Target there's a lot of these next to Nemesis Leo Prime, and at Walmart you'll find some Ant Enemy and some Starscream or something with this figure. So yeah, you'll find a lot of these at Walmart and Target. And if those don't work, and if you're more of an online person, buy on Amazon and buy on Hasbro Pulse. Now the articulation for this figure is alright. It's not the best, but it's pretty cool. So the first thing, right here on the head, he has a swivel joint and kind of like a ball joint. He could look up, down, barely. He could tilt side to side and do a full 360. So I'm pretty sure it is a ball joint. Right here he has a swivel joint at the arm, could do a full 360. These joints, mostly due to transformation, could make his arm extend, but they're mostly due to transformation, so just keep them tabbed in. Right here he has a shoulder joint. He has that goes around like 90 degrees. He has a 360 bicep rotation. He has a 90-degree bend at the elbow, and he has 360 for the wrist. For the waist, he has 360, but due to the kibble, it's kind of restricting the flow. But if you just lift the skirt pieces up, you can move them around. Right here on the legs, he could kick up to this far. Not back to that far because it is kind of restricting, but if you move the backpack region, you can. And he can do the splits. Right here, he has a 90-degree bend at the toe, so you could have him, like, if you want, going on a mountain or something, like, I don't know, whatever your imagination is. And then he does have a a foot joint, so he could go left and right, but very slightly. And I think you just have to be very careful because as they are stiff, I'm not so sure how far this figure could go, but it has a lot of range of motion, and I think it's really well done. And yes, they have done this right. Now, you know how I always complain that it's never like filled right here, but this one time I will make an exception due to the design of the feet, so I wouldn't mind that, and it still looks nice. So yeah, this figure's articulation looks really great. Now let's see how he scales with some other Transformers. Right here I brought in another Legacy Junkion slash Autobot. Here we got Detritus or Detrius, however you like to say it, compared next to Junkeep, and we can see that Detritus and what's the name, Trashmaster right here are in fact different sizes, as this is a Voyager and this is a Deluxe, and they're both considered small Voyagers and small Deluxes. We have another newer figure being Mirage compared next to Trashmaster, and we can see that Mirage is around this height. Obviously these are two different universes and they don't scale with one another, but we could just see if you have this figure, we can see how big Mirage is to Trashmaster. Now for our first 2024 figure that I have, here we brought in Scrap Heap, and Scrap Heap next to Trashmaster looks really nice. This is a large Voyager and this is a small Voyager, similar Hot Rod situation that happened around like 2 years ago, where Hot Rod was the size of the Deluxe, yet he was considered Voyager due to the accessory. And I think also probably the the vehicle mode is what has to do a lot, making figures Voyagers or Deluxes at times. But we can see how big Scrap Heap is next to this figure, and this figure just makes it barely to the chest region, so we can see how big the Junkions are compared to this smaller one. I brought in the Commander class, Rodimus Prime. Finally, here I brought in the Studio Series slash Kingdom slash Legacy Autobot Blaster. Honestly, they use this mold so many times. I'm losing count how many times they use this mold. But we can see how Blaster and this figure are gonna scale. If you've gotten the Studio Series version, unfortunately this is just the Legacy version. But if you're gonna get the Studio Series version, you're gonna see how big this one is compared to smaller Voyagers. And honestly, my review on this guy stays the same. I will pick up the Studio Series version just because I'm a die-hard fan for the collection, and I really do like how the new version does slightly look better. So the transformation for this figure is honestly very simple. Now, right before transformation, he does have some gimmicks that most of these Junkions have, the Legacy Junkions to be precise. He has multiple accessories, like for example, he comes with this piece, which combined is for the Junkosaurus, which we'll show later. This one as well, it's to hold the head, but in car form, it's just to hold the, like if there was a trash can or something. So he has those two accessories. He as well has this accessory, being this like kind of like, looks like a shovel type of thing, but like it's like a clamp grabber thing that he puts on his hand. However, for the Junkus, we could see that this is clearly a head for like some sort of beast or something. So once you have all the other Junkions, and then you can combine this guy with multiple others. Not the Studio Series ones, because those ones won't combine. Mostly all the Legacy Junkions. So I just need to buy some more of those, and then we'll probably do a Deathosaurus video when I get the chance. So yeah, you have these accessories. Now, as well as on the back of the car, you have these two pieces that do just slide in right there. But you could just remove them. I simply like to leave them on like this. Like they go onto those cylinder ports, and then they're just two accessories that are mostly in the front, but they look really cool. Now these do combine with axle grease or toe line from the 2007 Legacy thing. 2001 Legacy thing, and then these are just like engine pieces and stuff. They're just spare parts, and then these pieces you could just form around. I think you could take apart the legs or something, but like this figure actually has a lot of attention to detail and accessories. So transformation. To begin, you're gonna want to focus your attention here on the head. You're gonna push this head back. Don't be afraid. It won't break. Just push it back like so that it just falls into the cavity right there. Then you're gonna get this region, this back region, and then you are gonna click it right there. After that, you're gonna put your attention toward the arms, and then make sure that they do point towards, like kind of towards you if you want, or just make him look like this. He looks like he's shooting out. Then you're gonna rotate the wrists like this so that the palm is facing forward. Is facing upward. My bad. After that, you are going to rotate this region right here, and then you're gonna see that there is a little slot right here on the silver piece. And just take a look at that attention to detail. We have some chain detail. We have some nice silver right there. It looks really nice. Just gonna tab that in on that side, and then tab this in right here. And then after that, it's gonna bring together these pieces. It's just gonna deattach them like so. Then after that, you're just gonna have this figure like this. You're gonna attach it like this. There's a tab and there's a slot on both arms. Boom, they connect just like that, and we can already see how the front of the car is already gonna form. Now, if you're just gonna lift the skirt pieces just to allow some extra clearance, and then just focus here on the legs. You're just gonna flip the toe up, flip these up. You're gonna combine both sides. And then you are going to rotate this region right here. Now, for the transformation, you are supposed to have these pieces attached. So I'll briefly show you how to attach them. You're just going to attach this piece right here, and then you're going to attach this piece, this way. You're going to attach this piece right here, and then you're going to attach the other piece right here. So once you have both pieces attached right here, you can get this ready to become the front half of the vehicle. So you're just going to tab this in. So once you have that piece tabbed in, what you're going to do is you are going to lift this entire region like this, revealing 2 slots and 2 tabs right there. And then right here, there are 2 tabs right here that are going to go in here, and 2 slots that are going to go over here. So you're simply just going to get this ready. And then, but before that, there are two pegs right here and 2 ports right here. So you're just going to make sure these legs are attached, because they always deattach. Then you're going to push these pieces inside right there. Make sure they do click into place, and we can already see how the junk whatever this car is, the trash car is forming. And then we're just gonna tap in the side panels, and then after that you are going to attach this like so. And once that is done, here you have Trashmaster fully transformed into that really cool trash pickup truck mode, and it looks really cool. I don't lie, it looks really nice. It gives me some sort of Mad Max vibes just seeing these areas right here. Now for integration of the pieces, you're gonna have to get this piece right here. It has 2 ports right there that are gonna go inside the hands, or what used to be the hands, and then it's just gonna close right here, and it just gives it a cleaner look. And then right here, these pieces, like I said earlier, they were for like if this figure were ever to pick up like a piece of a bin of trash, it would just pick them up and then toss it in the top. So yeah, you could have it like this. You could assort them any way you want, however you like, however you think looks best for your figure. You could just have them facing upward, downward, side to side, whatever you want. So as far as details go, now we could see a lot of details. We can see the grill of the truck right here looks really nice. It's painted in really nice silver. You can see a lot of sculpt work right here. At the top, we can see we have some spines right here. Right here, as I said earlier, we can see the windshield wipers. This whole region is painted in silver. This region is painted, it's sculpted in orange. It gives that Mad Max vibe. It just looks like a barricaded truck, like trying to survive a zombie apocalypse. For here, we have some chains right here. Looks really nice. Right here, we have this thing that clamps down. And then right here on the top, we have the Autobot insignia. Over here, we have painted in silver. We have a lot of painted regions, and it looks really nice. The feet are, in fact, kind of dull, but I don't mind that because it's not something everyone's paying attention to. And this figure does roll really nice. So you can have this figure rolling out with the other Autobots and Junkions. Speaking of rolling out, here I brought in Detrius. And right here we can see that Detrius and Junkie are in fact both Junkions, and they are different from each other. This is like a pickup truck, and this is like a garbage truck. So we can see how big the Voyager is to the Deluxe. I think this is a fair scale. It looks really nice. A blast from the past, I brought in Bumblebee from the Studio Series. And Bumblebee here actually scales really nice with these figures. I unfortunately don't have the G1 Bumblebee, but this is as close as we could get. And we could see how G1 does mix with this, and it looks really cool. Now for the actual grease thing, like where you have to combine the pieces, right here you would just simply pop this off, just detach the arms from the legs, and you are just simply gonna pop these off right here, as they are on hidden ports that I did not know till this moment. And you are just gonna pop these off right here. Now just merely looking off of the box right here, we could see we have multiple components, but these are the main components. You have these pieces right here, these pieces, and you have this main body piece accompanied by the accessories that this figure contains. So yeah, just seeing how the box looks like, how we have those regions right here that show you that you could Evo Fusion it into Axle Grease. Unfortunately, I don't have Axle Grease, but you could combine it with probably other figures. I'll see what there is to combine with. Now, honestly, I don't have anything to combine with this figure except for this, and I just honestly put on whatever I could find, and I just put this figure's accessories right here, and honestly, it just looks like this has spare tires, or it just looks like some sort of cannon or something. It looks really nice. But the reason that this also detaches is for the hidden combine mode for Deathosaurus, which you have to combine all the Legacy Junkions and I believe Axogrease and even Towline, as those figures are compatible, to combine into into Junkosaurus. So yeah, once you have those figures, use all of these components to combine into Junkosaurus. So, some final thoughts for the Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager class Trashmaster. Honestly, it's a must-have figure if you want to complete your Junkion collection. If you don't really aren't a fan of the Junkions, don't really collect this guy, but it is pretty well done. The sculpt work is really nice. The hidden things are really nice. Even on the hands, if you look closely, he does have 5mm ports for blast effects, and it looks really cool. The garbage truck mode is really great. It looks really nice, and it does scale with other figures. This figure blends in with the season 4 slash Junkion characters. It looks really nice. The accessory wise, it could do better, honestly. But I do like the fact that it does come with something unique, and this is a whole new sculpt we've never seen before. I really do like it about this figure that this is entirely new and nothing borrowed from other figures, except that this figure could parts form to combine into the Junkosaurus, or parts form if you want to transform it if you want. But yeah, this figure is honestly really cool. The only little problem I do have with this figure would be probably maybe needs a little bit more paint on the feet, but that's pretty much it. But no one really cares about the feet much, and probably the head sculpt. Like, I really don't get me wrong, the head sculpt is amazing, but I just don't really like the ball joint that it's on. I really wish it could look more up and look more down. But it's still really well. It blends in with your Junkions and looks really nice. So that about wraps up our review for this figure. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment. Until the next video, I'll see you then. Thank you for watching.